Welcome to the program. I'm joined right now by UFC light heavyweight Smilin' Sam Alvey out of Team Quest and the Hard Knock School of Dan Henderson. So how's it going today, my man?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, my friend. How are you?
Oh, it's great to see you, my man. It's great to see you. With 19 knockouts, 3 submissions, you head into your 47th pro fight, March 28th at UFC on ESPN. Francis Ngannou versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik, and the return of former bantamweight champion Cody Garbrandt. You'll be stepping into the octagon with UFC light heavyweight Khalil Rountree, a kickboxer, if you will. How's the matchup for you?
Oh, I love the matchup, and I've met him once or twice before. Super nice guy. But yeah, everything's just kind of happy about this camp. It's going to be a real fun fight, especially if you're a fan.
Definitely. You were booked to fight the Brazilian legend Shogun Rua, ESPN 22, late 2019, but you unfortunately had to draw due to a broken hand. How's the hand now? Can you give us an update on that?
Yeah, shoot, look, I can do this again. Ooh. It was about 6 weeks I couldn't do that. But yeah, no, it's working real well. I'm hitting full power with it again, and I'm really enjoying it not being broken anymore.
Definitely, congratulations on hopefully what seems to be a full recovery. So, like I said, your 47th pro fight. Rountree, on the other hand, 13th pro fight. How do you feel that experience plays into this one?
Well, I do think the experience matters a bunch, and I'm 6-1 in professional Muay Thai. So I've got those professional fights also.
Interesting.
Yeah. So no, I think the experience matters. And there aren't many people that have more fights than I do. So obviously it's not everything. I have lost before. But I'm going into this fight healthy, and that doesn't happen most of the time. And so I'm healthy, I'm experienced, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hungry. It was a bad 2019 for me. And 2020 is going to be a great year.
Yeah. Digging into some of your stats, I noticed your takedowns. You've only done six down attempts in all of your 47 or 46 fights, rather, in your professional MMA career. Do you just love to stand and bang? I love your fights, love your style. Everyone does. But 47 fights coming up here in this month, and only 6 takedown attempts. What's the deal with that?
I think that stat's high. I don't think I've shot 6 times.
Well, to be fair, you only had one of them were successful. No offense, but to be fair, only one went through.
I always joke with my team in the UFC. I've got 100% takedown rate. It's taken down everyone I've ever wanted to in the UFC. Those last 18 fights. No, shoot, the fans like to see bangers. They don't like to see people, grapple all that much. And I was always trying to be a fan favorite. So that's kind of the fun part about this fight is he is a Muay Thai guy. I believe he lives in Thailand now or something. I'm a stand and bang kind of guy. We're going to hit each other. We're going to hit each other hard. And I know I hit a lot harder than he does.
Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed about him. It's funny you bring up how hard you guys hit. Is when he was on The Ultimate Fighter a few years back, I think it was 2016, one of the things I really noticed was the pop in his punches. Did you ever notice that about him? Do you think he has some power that you're going to have to amp it up a little bit to match?
No, he's got to match me. He's a big dude. He hits hard, all that. But he hits hard because he's a big dude. I'm not as big as he is. I hit hard, though. I'm not trying to knock you out with a punch. I'm trying to kill you. And for 15 minutes, if it happens, as Drago says, if he dies, he dies. And it's one of those gifts. I was gifted with a decent chin and the power to knock people over. And I'm looking forward to demonstrating that on the 28th.
So it's been about 3 years almost, give or take, since your last win. As you said, it's been a little bit of a streak for you. Gian Villante was the last win. What does this really mean for you, as far as the career goes? I know you're a lifer when it comes to UFC, so you're not going anywhere anytime soon. But what does this one mean for you? This young up-and-comer in Khalil Rountree and yourself, get the 3-fight skid, 3-year skid. What is this one for you?
Yeah, so I hate excuses, but I'm on a 3-fight skid. 2 of those fights I got Mark Goddard did. Maybe I would have lost with another referee, but the dude stopped both fights. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big fan of excuses, and I lost the fights. It is what it is. Last fight was a good fight. I thought I won. Judges didn't, so again, I lost. This one's important for me. This one is, I am so sick of judges. I'm so sick of referees getting in the way of me fighting. I'm going to try and hurt them. I'm going to go out there. This is the fight that I have to win, and so I will. Every time my back's up against the wall like it is right now, I come out swinging. I swing hard.
You know, there's nothing like a pre-fight butterfly victory pose, but there's nothing like a post-fight victory raging butterfly victory pose. Tell us about that pose and where it came from.
Yeah, so the raging butterfly, arms extend, coming out. So growing up, I grew up on Lake Michigan in Wisconsin, and there's a little pond just off the lake, and me and the buddies, we'd go out and they had a floating raft out there, and we'd always go out there. We'd have raft fights, last one on, last one off, and we just had a blast. And anytime we teamed up, me and my buddy Evan, we'd team up, and everyone gets to pick their team names because we're all WWE fans, and we came up with the Raging Butterflies, and that was forever. That was just what we did. Every time we won, we posted, or we made the pose. Anytime we did anything, we were always the Raging Butterflies. Dodgeball tournaments, basketball tournaments, baseball, we were always the Raging Butterflies. And so now that I get to do professional sports, I'm taking the Raging Butterflies with me. So that's I get that victory. It's always the first thing I do.
Well, hopefully you'll get to do that for yourself here coming on March 28th. You'll be fighting at UFC on ESPN in Ngannou, Rosenstruck, and the return of former champion Garbrandt. And again, you'll be fighting Khalil Rountree. Before I let you go, I appreciate, again, your patience earlier. I know we had a little time issue getting started, but here I'd appreciate that quite a bit. Now, looking back, quick look-back question. What would you say was your best, not including this fight coming up here, not including this training camp or fight week coming up here, March 28th, but what was your favorite fight week, looking back? What was the one that just all worked, everything from the training to the fight week and the media, the fight, and just everything came together? What's the one you're going to look back and put on your mantle?
Well, my two favorite fight weeks were both in Mexico City. One was against Alex Nicholson, who he and I are buddies now, and then one was against Rashad Evans. I mean, he's the Hall of Famer now.
Both super close fights.
Oh yeah, and both. Well, the Rashad wasn't
as close. I'm trying to be nice to the legend, but yes, that one wasn't as close. But yeah, Alex was definitely very close, even though it was a unanimous decision. It was very close.
Yeah, they were great fights. But the week of, it was just so much fun. We were at altitude, but the hotel. So I fought in Mexico City. It was back-to-back years, and the staff remembered me from the year before. And I went down there with all my kids and everything. And there, across the street, there's a playground. Across that street, there's a little market that was open every day. And we had such a good time that entire fight week. And just to be capped off with the victories was just it was an incredible week, an incredible couple weeks.
Awesome, very good. I'll go back and look at those fights here tonight on my leisure. Thank you. It was great talking to you, Smiling Sam. Alvey, you'll be fighting again March 28th, UFC on ESPN, and Ngannou versus Rosenstruck. Good luck against Rountree, and follow Sam at Twitter and Instagram at Smiling Sam. Thank you, Smiling Sam. We'll see you next time, man.
Hey, thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Hit that subscribe button down there. And when you're done with that, go on over to Instagram and Twitter and follow us at The Octagram and on Facebook.com/TheOctagramMMA.